Hi, I'm Ferenc, the product head for DAK. In this video, I will show a couple of good measurement practices which help you to perform precise and reliable dielectric measurements. The DAK is based on S11 measurement. To reduce the VNA noise, turn it on in advance. Depending on the model and manufacturer, the VNA needs 30-60 minutes or longer to reach the stable working temperature. Consult the VNA datasheet for details. The precise measurement starts with careful preparation. Inspect the probe flange and be sure that the surface is clean and undamaged. If necessary, use alcohol for cleaning, like isopropanol. Be sure every coaxial connector is clean in the setup. Small scratches on the flange perimeter do not influence the probe's performance. Scratches crossing the dielectric bead can influence the measurement. In this case, use reference liquids such as methanol or ethanol for the validation. Consult us if you are in doubt. After the inspection, mount the probe and make sure all connections are tight. High-quality measurement relies on precise calibration. Let us start with the short. Take a new metallic strip from the envelope. Mount the shorting block. Make sure the shorting block is in a secure position on the flange. By tightening the screw, make contact. Improve the contact by twisting the shorting block. Fully tighten the screw. Store it in the software. Repeat the short by releasing and tightening the screw again. The good short can be repeated. To repeat a bad quality short is very difficult. When you see a curve around the short position, it indicates that the short quality was not sufficient. The surface quality can be improved by using fine-grain sandpaper. Use alcohol and soft paper to remove the created dust from the metallic strip. The open calibration standard is the air. If you see any movement of the curve during the calibration, for instance by the open validation, it indicates that the cable is not stable mechanically. For the load, we use well-characterized polar liquids, such as water, methanol, or ethanol. Measure the precise temperature of the liquid. By stirring it, the temperature can be homogenized. Type the temperature in the software. Lift the liquid to the probe. It can happen that air bubbles form on the probe surface. Use soft and inert material like cotton swab to remove the air bubbles. The size of potential air bubbles can be very small, below the visible sizes. It is a good measurement practice to clean the probe surface after immersion. When you touch the cable by accident, you don't necessarily have to repeat the calibration. Leave the clean probe in the air. Go to the Calibration tab and click on Refresh Open. It will only replace the open calibration standard in the last calibration and recalculate the correction coefficients. Apply the new calibration. If you see any irregularity in the measurement, like wave on the curve, then the refresh was not sufficient. You should repeat the calibration. The DAK solver is based on the assumption that the material is infinitely large. In practice, when the boundaries become invisible, depending on the losses. For water, we use 1 or 2 liters of liquids for the measurement, and for tissue simulating liquids, 0.5 liter is often sufficient. Lift the liquid to the probe. Store the measured curve in the software memory. Reposition the probe in the liquid by moving it. Compare the new curve to the stored one. There shouldn't be any difference. For small sample volumes, reflections from the sample boundaries influence the measured permittivity. Let's see an extreme case. See what happens when I measure such small quantities. Let me show you what is the effect of the temperature drift. I measure water at 21.65 centigrade and store it in the software. When the water is 0.5 centigrade warmer, the measured curve shows different values. By remeasuring periodically the liquid temperature, you can improve the measurement precision. When you finish the measurements, clean the probe. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact us. support@speag.com